big Sixers game tomorrow. Huge Sixers game tomorrow. But here's my question. Are the Sixers getting disrespected? Are they? No one, not a damn soul, thinks the Sixers can get the job done. And listen, I'm not sitting here telling you the Sixers are the biggest juggernaut and there's no way they can lose. But I'm also not saying the Toronto Raptors are bad. Okay, this is a 2 versus 3. It's not a 1 versus 8. It's not a 2 versus 7. These are 2 respected squads going up against each other with 2 talented teams. I know the Sixers bench, I know it struggles. I know Mike Scott is potentially injured and not going to be playing, and potentially Zaire Smith will be in those minutes, which is ridiculous because he's just a rookie with literally 7 NBA minutes. But I just feel as a Sixers fan that we are getting rudely disrespected, and I hope this locker room uses that. We've seen Vegas be wrong before. The Eagles, okay? Underdog mask, we'll never forget that. The Tampa Bay Lightning losing to the Columbus Blue Jackets? What? UMBC beating Virginia? That's just one game and not a series, but listen, Vegas has been wrong. I need this team to use this to their advantage. Guys like Jimmy Butler thrive in these moments. Force the team to build from it. Force the team to use it as a fire under their ass. It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. It's going to be a big-time grind. It's going to be tough to go into Toronto and win a basketball game. But it's not impossible. And you see Vegas, and you see the odds, and you see these numbers, and you hear these analysts. They're making it seem like it is. They're writing off the Sixers right from the jump. And I'm here to say, I'm not having that. Whether we lose or not, the disrespect is there, and that bothers me. We have a talented roster. People want to talk about Marc Gasol stopping Joel Embiid because he's a great post defender. And listen, I'm not knocking that. But Joel Embiid is the best center in basketball. Now, he's still young and he makes mistakes, and he started playing basketball so late that he doesn't have the full IQ of the game. So he does force things and he does make mistakes, and I know that. But he's still the best center in basketball. This is something that will excite me because I'm watching stars, future stars for the Sixers, take a pretty damn big jump. This is a really crucial playoff series for their development. There's no denying it. It's reality. There's a lot of pressure on top of that. I do like the fact that this Sixers team in the locker room, they're happy with beating the Nets. They're happy with the way they played. They're happy that they're on to the next round. But guys like J.J. Redick, Jimmy Butler, Joel Embiid, they all know internally what they expect. They expect way more than just this Toronto Raptors series. I don't know if they had the same type of mentality last year when they played the Celtics in the second round. I don't think they had the same type of fire, the same type of mindset that they were going to continue to go, that they were going to continue to make a run. This year, it's just a different mental aspect internally, and I love that. Here's one thing I saw from a Sixers insider, John Johnson. He claims that Brett Brown says Ben Simmons has changed in terms of preparation in the playoffs. Extra film study, focus to details, and etc. See, I think that's huge. I talk about development so much when it comes to this playoff run and guys like Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. But Ben knows he's going up against Kawhi Leonard now. Probably. We don't know how the Raptors are going to play this, but good percentage considering the fact that Kawhi's locked him down before. I want to see this. I'm excited just to watch things like that. How is Ben Simmons going to react? How is Ben Simmons going to perform? We all know Kawhi Leonard's the best defender in the NBA. We all know that he makes Ben Simmons turn the ball over left and right, left and right. This is huge for his journey. And I know not a lot of Sixers fans are thinking this way. It's, Brett Brown's fired if he doesn't get out of the second round, and this team stinks, they're not good enough, the bench sucks. I feel that way too sometimes. There's no denying it. But I also look at it with a different mentality on, these players are going to be here for a while. Show me which NBA players in their second year as a point guard carry their team to the promised land and just demolish every team. It doesn't happen. They take steps. And this is a huge one. This is a monstrous one. If you're a fan of the Sixers and understand what the journey is going to be like, enjoy this. Enjoy this. Because there's going to be learning moments for these players, and this is an obnoxiously large one for Ben Simmons. It will be interesting to see how this bench plays out in this rotation. Brett Brown, it has a lot in his hands now, especially with Mike Scott. The injury to Mike Scott is killer because he was our sixth man that we at least we could rely on at times. He's streaky. We know that. There's times where he misses a lot of shots, but then there's times where he comes up big. He can also defend. He's a bigger guy. He was someone very serviceable that we could rely on. I don't know how I feel about Zhaire Smith, but here's the thing. We really don't have any other options. We mentioned, Jonathan Simmons should play. I was one of them early on because he's better than Zhaire Smith just because he has veteran presence in this league and he's played. I saw Jonathan Simmons play. I don't know if I feel that way anymore. It was bad. It was real bad. I'm excited. The thing is, though, I feel like we are getting disrespected. And that's the moral of the story. We have a talented five. I know their depth. I know what they have on the bench. I know what they have in their starters. I know that they're a good team. But we're a good team. And we can't overreact, and I've stated this before, over one basketball game. If things don't go very well in game one, well, we adjust. Things didn't go well in game one against the Brooklyn Nets. Things didn't go well in game one for the Toronto Raptors against the Magic. So let's not overreact if they come out, they as in the Raptors, and they handle us in game one. Let's not overreact if the Sixers steal one in game one. It's going to be a battle out there. And it doesn't seem like people think that. It seems like a lot of analysts think this is going to be a cakewalk. A no-brainer, lock the Raptors win. Now, I think this goes 6. I think this goes 7. I think it's going to be an emotional, hard, physical battle. It's how are we going to manage the bench. Here's one thing. We've seen all of the situations that can occur with the Toronto Raptors and the way they rotate and the way they play guys. And we've seen them. We've seen everything they could potentially do. Maybe Brett Brown does something totally different that they haven't seen yet and will stun them and will shock them. Because we have many different ways to do it. We have to be creative at this point. So I'm banking on that. What if we played Tobias differently? We played Jimmy Butler differently. We surprised him with looks defensively for Kawhi Leonard. We work Kawhi Leonard hard. One thing I heard, maybe we know since Kawhi's going to lock down Ben, maybe if we put Ben in the post and every defensive play, he's got a battle in the post against Ben. That wears you down. Maybe you put him in foul trouble. There's going to be a lot. It's going to be a chess match up here. But I want to know down below how you feel about the 76ers and how they're getting disrespected right now. I don't think that's a crazy thing to say at all. Look at the Vegas line. Look at the Vegas odds for winning the series game by game. It really states that the Sixers have a 0 chance. 0. 0? 0. And it will be scary to see this team play with an Eagles mentality. I don't think it's impossible to win this. I don't. Now, we have a flawed roster right now. I don't know how much I trust the bench, but that's when Brett Brown has to be creative. 7:30. 7:30 on Saturday here on the East Coast. There ended up being a Game 7 in that Spurs-Denver series. So 7:30 Saturday night. It can't come soon enough. I love it. It's a love-hate relationship. I love the feeling of watching very meaningful basketball, but at the same time, the anxiety gets going, the stomach starts turning, and I get all nervous. I start screaming, throwing punches, getting all nervous. That's what sports do to me. I can't explain it. It's a game. It's a sporting event. So emotionally tied. And I know a lot of you are as well. And that's the beauty of it. It's beautiful because we are so passionate about the game. Would it be fun if we didn't care? I don't even know what the hell it would feel like to watch a basketball game of this intensity and not care. How does that happen? But I want to know your thoughts down below on the disrespect factor. Do you feel it like I do? Do you think that there's a chance? What are you feeling? What are your thoughts heading into this? Because I think it's way too much. I think that the Toronto love is to an extreme. I get it. I've been on the record saying they're not a bad basketball team, and I'm not saying they are. But what I'm feeling is they're really, really, really undervaluing the Sixers. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But I do know. Tip-off is soon. And I can't wait. Should I wear my Ben Simmons jersey or my Joel Embiid jersey? I don't know yet. See you guys next time.